unbeatable, I'm
I'm
unbeatable.
unbeatable. Couple minutes no score. Every time they wanna clash, the winners kicking through the door. I am unbeatable. Chances running out of stock, and we're running out the clock. I fail once, never stop. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah. I am unbeatable. I am unbeatable, yeah.
Welcome to the British Basketball League YouTube channel and to our viewers in the USA. This is week 11 and we have 2 matches on this Friday night. On the other stream, about to tip off, is a bottom of the league clash between Manchester and the Plymouth City Patriots. But stay right here for 2 of the informed teams of the league as the Caledonia Gladiators host a Cheshire Phoenix for the first time this season. The Phoenix on a 4-game winning streak, and the Gladiators will be hurting from their first defeat last week as they went down to the Newcastle Eagles. To hear Hajat will be alongside Ant Rowe, and they'll be calling this one.
Welcome to the Amphitheatre in East Kilbride Play Sport Arena, home of the Caledonia Gladiators. And it's the first 2 times these teams have met this season. 2 big moments from last season involving a matchup between the Cheshire Phoenix and the Caledonia Gladiators. Phoenix, of course, defeated the Gladiators in the quarterfinal of the playoffs, but it was the Gladiators who made history, ending a 20-year drought, winning the British Basketball League trophy. Cheshire have been grinding out wins in the British Basketball League. Their last loss coming against the Bristol Flyers. In their last 10 games, they are 7-3 and back with a fully fit Aaron Wright as well. Scintillating form and put pressure on the London Lions, who dropped a game against the Newcastle Eagles last night. 7:45 p.m. tip-off at the Play Sport Arena. My name is Tahir Hajat. I am alongside Anthony Rowe for this one. And if you're a neutral fan, this is definitely the better of the 2 games to be watching tonight. 2 brilliant teams, Anthony Rowe.
It is indeed. If short-term history is anything to go by, these 2 teams have created a ferocious rivalry. And now this is game 1, remember, this weekend. So could be bigger fireworks to follow in the weekend.
Well, you mentioned game 1, but it's 3 games in 5 days for the Caledonia Gladiators, who've just bowed out of European competition.
Yeah, and we've seen heavy schedules. We've seen teams play victim to heavy schedules. So be really interested to see how this one plays out. Caledonia are really good in East Kilbride, though.
Well, there's lots happening, of course. Don't forget to check out that Manchester Giants-Plymouth games. When we're on the break here, I'm sure there'll be some action for you to watch over there, but I know you want to be here with myself and Anthony Rowe. Well, it's time to take a look at those league standings, Anthony Rowe. Cheshire Phoenix are in 2nd position, within touching distance of the London Lions. And Caledonia, they could be in 3rd by the end of the night.
Yeah, really big game for both clubs here. Cheshire Phoenix have really put a stamp on this league. This is another niche on their mark, saying that they belong where they are. Caledonia predicted a top 3 club. A win here today will propel them up that league table.
Well, let's take a look at the fixtures and the standings, of course. Big victory for the Newcastle Eagles. They won 102-80 on the road against the Lions. Tonight, Giants versus Patriots and Caledonia versus Cheshire. On Saturday, 2 games for you. Surrey Scorchers take on the Newcastle Eagles, and Leicester Riders, after removing 3 of their players from the roster and welcoming 1 in so far, they take on the Manchester Giants at 8 o'clock. On Sunday, a trio of fixtures. The B-Brawn Sheffield Sharks against the Bristol Flyers at 3, Patriots versus Scorchers at 4:30, and Cheshire Phoenix taking on the Gladiators at 6 o'clock. A rerun of tonight's game as we get ready for that one. It's time to take a quick break. We'll be back with you very shortly with more analysis. Don't miss it, live here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. You're watching British Basketball League Championship action live. Make sure you like and subscribe. We want to hear your thoughts throughout tonight's game as well. Myself, Tahir Hajj, and Anthony Rowe. But there's some players we need to be keeping our eyes on tonight. Anthony Rowe, let's start this up with Caledonia and a man you know well, Faro Alihodzic.
The club captain and veteran attended his college over at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. His experience will be a superpower. They'll play in Hungary, Greece, Argentina, Belgium, Kosovo, Estonia. Don't forget the London Lions too. He's got some experience in the British Basketball League. He's in good form, 18 points in that Newcastle loss. Look for him to make his impact early.
And another former teammate actually played at junior level and played at college level as well, Pat Whelan.
Wow, it's the great British international already playing like an all-star in this league, leading from the front, 14 points per game, but more importantly, 44% from the three-point line. You cannot leave him alone anywhere. He is deadly from out there. He's won silverware with his time at the Leicester Riders, so he's someone that's a proven commodity in the British Basketball League.
And let's take a look at their opponents tonight, the Cheshire Phoenix. One man who's not getting much attention, but he's doing all the intangible things, Ethan Shagwar.
Yeah, the 6'9" versatile forward from Tulsa, Oklahoma. He was a McDonald's All-American nominee, so from high school, he showed that mass potential. He played his college basketball at SMU, transferred to Oklahoma in the Big 12 Conference for his final year. He started his pro career, Division III France, but he's since come over to the British Basketball League. Little bit of a slower start, but a big 23 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists in the win against Leicester Riders, and he's making noise on British soil.
You could put your name in a hat, or put all the Cheshire players' names in a hat and pick anyone out, but one we keep going to is Aaron Wright. How can we not talk about this guy?
He deserves every single headline. It's the underdog success story, the NBL Division I MVP, so he played in the league below the British Basketball League last year and dominated. The neuroscience major from Dartmouth, and he plays basketball in the most intelligent way also. 18 points, 6 rebounds per game, and 3 assists as well. British Basketball League Player of the Month in September. He's been out injured. Now he's regained form.
That's what we like to see, but I'm sure you're already wondering who are the starting fives for tonight, as the coaches have thought up a master plan to defeat one another, sharing tactics. I'm sure they're not sharing secrets. So let's take a look at the Caledonia starting five. The lights are down in the arena, getting things started. It's Alihodzic who will start at centre, Patrick Whelan, Princeton Onwas, who was ejected in his last game at the point guard position, Ian DeBose, and Lucas Poliza. It's going to be interesting to see how those larger players, those bigger players, deal with the outside shooting of the big men from Cheshire. And let's have a look at Cheshire Phoenix's lineup this evening as well. It's as expected, Skylar White, the number 99, three-point slinger ready to go. Maceo Jack, he knocks him down. League leader in steals, LaQuincy Rideau, Ethan Shagwar, and Aaron Rye, the starting five for the Cheshire Phoenix. Here we are, head coach of the Gladiators, Gareth Murray. First and foremost, congratulations on a great European campaign. Your quick thoughts on that?
Yeah, honestly, no one expected us to win a game when we first got that group. So for us to finish the group 3-3, obviously disappointed not able to get through, but it was a tough group for us. So happy how it went. But now we got to go back to the British Basketball League and focus on that now.
As you said, focusing on domestic competition. I mean, it doesn't start easy for you. You're coming up against the Cheshire Phoenix. First time you meet them this season, Gareth. Yeah,
they've been playing good basketball, right? We see how they play up and down. They've all got a lot of freedom. They shoot a lot of threes. They seem like they've got good chemistry right now. So for us, it's about trying to protect our home court, about taking them off the three-point line. But yeah, they're playing good basketball, and we need to get back to playing some good basketball ourselves.
Of course, this is the first time you meet in the Caledonia Gladiators in the domestic competition. They've had to deal with Europe, and you focused on domestic elements. Are you ready for these guys tonight?
Hopefully, we've done everything that we can in preparation. We know, obviously, they're a very talented team. I think their first unit is as good as it gets in the BBL, and they definitely have some weaknesses in their second unit and rotational guys. So we've got a game plan. We've just got to try and execute it now tonight.
And your team are on a great run of form. What's important in keeping that form going?
Just playing to our identity. I think a lot of people have identified that, we have an identity, we play a certain way, and it's about making sure that we do that night in, night out.
And Aaron Rye, is he now back into the lineup fully fit?
Yeah, I mean, he's still obviously carrying, a little bit of pain like everyone does after a pretty big injury. But he's as good as ready, so he's back into the starting lineup again.
Well, there you have it, Cheshire Phoenix. They're ready for this one. Look, they have the identity. People know they're going to shoot the freeze, but they're so good at it. How do you think about stopping them?
Well, they've got the double for me in terms of we know what they're going to do. It's fun to watch, and they're getting results doing it. It's been one of these pleasant surprises this year. Aaron Rye has been a key aspect of that. Yes, he's coming back from injury, but his coach has thrust him in the starting 5, which makes me believe his coach trusts in his ability now.
Well, it's going to be a great evening of basketball at the amphitheatre, the Place Sport Arena in East Kilbride in Glasgow. Both teams are getting warm and loose live here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with you very, very shortly. Well, warm welcome if you've just joined us here in Glasgow at the Caledonia Gladiators Amphitheatre. There's the mascot. He's getting the crowd going as they get ready for a big matchup against the Cheshire Phoenix. The fans are on their feet. The coaches are having their final team talks. Anthony Rowe, let's talk very quickly. There's an important battle we need to speak about. It's the rebounds. Caledonia second in the league, Cheshire of third. How will that determine how this game finishes?
Well, both have been really solid on the boards this year, and it'll be a case of battle of will, I think. I think Caledonia have got that slight advantage in that they've got Farrell Hodges, Clifton Moore, and Brent Trick as well, who have been really dominant. So interesting to see how it plays out. But Cheshire typically with that stereotypical 5. A lot of those guys just crash in from the wings.
Let's see how this all plays out. Once again, like and subscribe to the British Basketball League YouTube channel. And let us know your thoughts in the comments throughout tonight's game. It's going to be a good one as the players are shaking hands and starting 5s ready to go. Lining up at centre of the court will be Ethan Shagwar and Faro Alihodzic. It's going to be great to see how Caledonia deal with the stretch 4 and 5 that Cheshire Phoenix have been playing all season long. And we're about to find out how this will end. Welcome, this is British Basketball League action, live in Glasgow, with a pretty messy tip-off there, Anthony Rowe. Let's hope the game isn't anything like that. As the Caledonia Gladiators will have the first possession. Here's Onwas. To the right hand, his shot's no good, and rebounded by Quincy Rideau. Also been one of the standout players for the Cheshire Phoenix today. There's so many players you can talk about. I mean, he leads the league in assists and in steals as it goes behind the back. And he hands one off. Jaguar, pump fake, inside, fade away. And that's off the front of the ring, rebounded by Whelan.
Well, we've seen Ethan Jaguar make that shot. He's got an array of moves down low. Doesn't always look to bully his way to the rim. And as you see on that occasion, he looked to settle for that fadeaway jump shot, which he can consistently make.
Ball's moved across here. Onwas on the left-hand side, head down to the right hand. No good for him, hard off the glass.
Well, two offenses from Caledonia Gladiators. They've both been in the ball of Prince Onwas. Remember, he got ejected last game against Newcastle Eagles, so he's looking to make his mark early.
Maceo Jack gets his bank account open for the night, and that's not somebody you want to be crediting any funds to.
Well, he might be the most underrated best player we've ever seen in this British Basketball League. You know, he certainly goes under the radar sometimes when we're talking about key headlines, but he's a player, 18 points per game. He's had an amazing season so far.
He does this really incredible thing here as Ale Hodzic back to basket. He's blocked at the rim by Skylar White. This is the matchup we've been speaking about. Ale Hodzic, Skylar White going at it right now, and that's good defense from White. Here's Paliza now. Can he finish it off and get first 2 points for the Caledonia Gladiators? Yes, he can.
Well, you mentioned about those rebounds pre-game, T, and there's a prime example of where an offensive rebound can get your team some points. Paliza just staying with the play and getting an easy jump shot, but play before as well. Skylar White doesn't get credited for his defense. You see him block a shot there without even leaving the floor. That's just good timing.
And that is good timing. Also, we talk about the man. He's letting it fly from deep behind the arc. You take me in the post, Ale Hodzic, and I'll take you out to the three-point line.
He is indeed. You have to honor him anywhere on the floor. When I say he shoots from the logo, he shoots from the logo. 37% three-point shooter, but he is a guy that is not afraid to take a big shot. Look how deep that is. Nothing but net.
Nothing but net and a three-point lead for the Cheshire Phoenix. Now, Pat Whelan here, guarded by Jack, inside to Ale Hodzic. He's trying to step his way to the basket as Rideau looks to add to his steals tally. He gets called for the foul.
That's the thing to hear anywhere where the area's close to LaQuincy. He's going to look for that steal. Number 3, Rideau, cannot be underestimated. You see him looking for the steal.
That's a pretty clean,
isn't it? Good calls where he was there.
Looped over the top. Paliza now, he's going to go for 3. Rolls in and out. A fight for the rebound into the hands of Jaguar. And now Rideau commands the floor. Rise opened up in some space here, and he's going to go all the way to the rim. Like, you know, when you watch this guy, there's 2 defenders in front of him, but they couldn't stop him.
Well, it's trickery, isn't it? He's like a magician there as he travels around the defender and gets all the way to the rim. He has a fantastic court awareness where he doesn't necessarily need to have a 35-inch vertical or run the 100 meters in 10 seconds. He just has a good body awareness, court awareness, and finds a way to get it done.
Gladiators will have a baseline possession here as they get something for the Bows from the baseline, and that's good to go. The Bows ran that to a T.
Encouraging sign there for the Gladiators because the Bows is someone who has started the season really well.
But there's the dime. Rideau finding Jaguar. Easy inside look. Way too easy.
Big reason why this team is sitting second in the league right now is because they've got a point guard who makes everyone else better. Ethan Jaguar runs the floor like all good big men should, and his point guard rewards him.
Pat Whelan now getting around his defender. That's going to be a lovely matchup to see Jack versus Whelan. Here's Aaron Wright, yeah. Oh, and that's an offensive foul there. Princeton Onwas reading the direction of Wright. As we've already mentioned, he's very unpredictable, but there was some good magic ball skills there from Onwas.
There's excellent defensive effort there from Onwas. Very rarely have we seen Aaron Wright being called for the charge because he's so good at maneuvering his way around defenders looking for a charge. But Onwas, as you pointed out to here, he knew where he was going to be, beat him to the spot, took the charge. Excellent play.
6:47 gone in, or should I say left in the first quarter. And it hasn't been a blistering start to this game. There have been some quick transition actions for the Phoenix, but Caledonia looking to slow things down, run their actions, and find some good looks. Ale Hodzic, nice offensive rebound. There's the naughty hands from Rideau, looking to take it away again.
That's exactly what they are. And that's a basket-saving steal, isn't it? You know, if he doesn't do that, Ale Hodzic dunks the ball back in.
Ball floated inside. Alihodzic one-on-one with Aaron Rye, and that's easy money for him.
Yeah, great look inside there, and you want to feed the big man early. I think Farrell Alihodzic is a key here. There's not really anyone that can guard him. There's no like-for-like traditional centre down there. Jaguar likes to guard guys out on the wing.
The screen comes now for Rye. He hands it off to Jack. Jack trying to find room for the shot here. Rideau, he's going to step back, fire up a three. That's off the front of the iron into the hands of Alihodzic.
Yeah, not a great look there from the Phoenix. You want Rideau there to penetrate and either create for himself or create for his teammates.
Nice. Backdoor cut there for Whelan. Out to Paliza, rattles that one in. And now Caledonia take the lead by one.
Goodness me, this could be a shootout. We've got some deadly shooters from the perimeter on court, and Paliza, one of these guys, shoots over 40%, cannot leave him open.
One of the signings that's really settled into his role at Caledonia. He's had some good European minutes and performances. There's Jaguar now, he'll fire one up and he'll knock another one down.
That's why he's so difficult to guard. You see his versatility there. Puts the ball between his legs and then shoots it. 6'9" and got great length.
Onwes fakes the handoff to Whelan. There's Paliza backdoor, Rideau right in the hip of the Bows to find him out there. Alihodzic sets that screen and he's gone under the screen there, Rideau, and the Bows has punished him.
That's exactly it. You've got to fight over the top of that screen when you've got someone like Ian DeBose already made a three-point shot. That's his second one already of tonight.
Now with Rye. He's got one-on-one with Whelan here, going all the way right. Slips away from the bucket. Onwas gets his hands onto it. Caledonia outrunning Whelan. Looking for the next pass. Great seal. Alihodzic to the left hand, and that's wonderful ball movement.
Excellent. The ball doesn't hit the floor. Patrick Whelan makes the right decision, and Farrell Alihodzic is just too big, too strong.
Well, there you have it. A quick break now for us. We'll be back with you very, very shortly. Well, earlier on we spoke about LaQuincy Rideau and his play trafficking skills. And let's talk about another point guard, Ian DeBose. He's got 6 points and assist already, Anthony Rowe.
Yeah, encouraging signs because he's been a little quiet in recent weeks, but he's had an excellent start to his British basketball campaign. Came in here, played in Germany Pro last year. Good pedigree as well. Went to Wake Forest. You know, for all those are familiar with Wake Forest, Tim Duncan, Chris Paul, some high caliber players coming out of that institution.
And Cameron Hildreth as well, and Matt Marsh too. Hold tight, the British Basketball League players out here. Here's Jaguar now, head fake. Kick to the corner, catch, shoot, bounces over. And if the Cheshire Phoenix don't shoot the ball efficiently tonight, Anthony Rowe, those boards are going to get cleaned up. As DeBose fires up another one off the front of the ring.
Well, that'll be one of the Phoenix's weakness. It's live by the three, die by the three. They shoot good volume of three-point shots. They shoot healthy percentage, but when they don't, that's when they really get in trouble.
Jaguar now. He goes all the way, fighting for that rebound, and Caledonia will get the ball back. Oh, and Princeton Onwas. He's got his first war wounds of the game.
Oh, he's a warrior, and I think war wounds is such an appropriate term for someone like him. He's willing to put his body in the line at all costs. We've seen him make championship caliber plays last season, returning from that trophy-winning campaign last year.
Oh, and Whelan throws that one up there. Not quite sure if that was a shot or a pass, but nonetheless, it's ended up in a Phoenix hand as LaQuincy Rideau drives there. He's drawn the contact. The shot doesn't fall for him.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup for Buttrick there. You see, as soon as Rideau catches the ball, he knows that he's got a mismatch on him. Change of pace there, goes right at the big man. And Buttrick really struggling to stay in front of him.
Well, as we also know, LaQuincy Rideau, he's not a great free throw shooter, Anthony.
He is not, and that's every player has their kryptonite. And you know, it's very rare that you'll see a point guard with such low shooting numbers as LaQuincy Rideau.
I mean, he's 33.3% this season. He's made the first one, only 14 made free throws this year.
Wow. Just to put that into context, even Shaquille O'Neal had better free throw shooting seasons than that.
Wow. That's a big boy stat there from Anthony Rowe. And there's a miss. You know, he's due one of those every time he gets to those lines. And the ball is in the corner here as the shot goes up. It's good to go. Fraser Malcolm. Click, click, bang.
More positive signs there for Caledonia. The local boy, Malcolm, coming off the bench, making an instant impact from that three in the corner.
Ball up top. Using the screen from Jaguar. And this is not looking good for Cheshire as Rideau. That will be classed as a steal or an interception nonetheless. Ball kicked across to the opposite corner. Stevens. And that bounces off the back of the ring. Rebound for Buttrick. Now Depose across Whelan. Pump fake, drive, looks for that cheeky skip out to Malcolm. They read the play there. As Depose now has room, but decides to move it to Whelan, who is open this time. Eventually handed his face in his contact lenses. Jaguar receives.
Wow, did we mention 44% three-point shooter? You have got to run Patrick Whelan off the line. There is no only other way to guard him. And he knocks down his first three-pointer of this evening.
Well, you know what, Ro? I think they did a great job of not allowing him to be in a position before that, but they went deep into that play there, and eventually he found some room as Jaguar goes up and draws the contact. He eventually got into a position where the defense was deep into that 24 seconds, switched off for a second, and then all of a sudden Whelan, he's got room to let it fly.
Well, you say as well, deep into the shot clock, if you're going to help off, you cannot help off a 44% three-point shooter. He's that guy that you just have to stick to like glue, and perhaps give up the pull-up two, contested pull-up two, but stepping into a three-point shot is a shot I do not want to give up, especially if Patrick Whelan is the recipient.
Jaguars on the line. These are much-needed free throws for the Cheshire Phoenix here. There's just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. You don't want to let your opponents run away with a strong lead at the end of the first, especially a team like Caledonia, who've been so prolific in their home venue.
No, I agree, and this is a Cheshire Phoenix team as well that are accustomed to scoring 91 points per game, and they've dried up, you know, the second half of the first quarter. They've really struggled to score the basketball, and as the core has grown, Caledonia just growing in confidence.
The buzzer sounds as substitution checks in. Jaguar heads to the bench, and Coach Ben Thomas assigning Trent Buttrick for Jaguar's replacement. Trent Buttrick is third in the league in rebounds this season. He's got 3 already tonight as he goes up there to the right hand. A nice work there from Clifton Moore Jr.
Well, you've got Clifton Moore Jr. and Buttrick on the court at the same time. You've got some good big bodies now that are looking to crash the boards, and Caledonia benefiting from this lineup already.
Nice rebound for David Ulf off the missed shot from Jack. Stevens fires it up, another offensive rebound, and a foul call on the floor here. And the referee will call the foul on number 12. I don't think there is a number 12 on the court. So I'm not quite sure what the referee called there. And apparently, yeah, sorry, it's Patrick Whelan. I'm looking at the Cheshire roster like, where's the number 12? As EJ Stevens knocks it down. It was a Caledonia foul.
And this is a compliment to Phoenix depth as well. You know, EJ Stevens, a guy that's had some good games this year, but typically comes off the bench and injects some offense. Him with a comfortable looking pull up there.
Clifton Moore Jr. one-on-one with Ulf, and he'll finish that. Easy to go, hands down from Ulf Rowe.
Wow, you just see the superior size difference there. Moore Jr. 6'11", and David Ulf about 6'7", 6'8". Easily shot over him there.
Oh, what a pass from Rideau. Kicks it out now. Ulf to Stevens. And still that three won't fall, but it will at some point. Oh, Whelan's pulled up a little here. Hopefully he can just shake that one off.
That's not good news. I think it was in that landing space when he landed there. You know, rolled ankle.
Moore Jr. with the short jumper. Rebounded into the hands of Kristen. Rideau will slow down the offense. They'll try and get the last look of the quarter. Rideau driving, goes all the way by himself, was looking for the contact there. Isn't quite sure why nothing was called, but that's the end of the first quarter, 25-17. We'll be back with you with more action live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Welcome back wherever you're watching all around the world. Over in the other game tonight, Manchester Giants are trailing with 3 minutes 5 seconds on the clock. It's 24-14. Plymouth City Patriots had an 18-point lead to start that first quarter. 20-2 the score was. Giants starting to settle in on their home court. But right back here in Caledonia, we also have ourselves a ball game in similar proportions, 25-17, as Ulf gets the ball inside and finishes on his left hand. Nice pass and nice work from the Liverpool duo.
That's it, great two-man game. When they played in the lower leagues in the English basketball setup, and now they're here playing at the top level. Nice little dump down pass to David Ulf, who converts.
Fan favourite in Cheshire. Ulf, 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 that's the chant from the crowd. I'm sure they're chanting it at the screen right now, the Knicks Nation. As the foul is called here, 2 shots to come now, as the foul will be called on Ulf for a push.
Yeah, it's a difficult matchup there for David Ulf. He's given up a good 3-4 inches of size there, and Clifton Moore Jr. Rookie, 6'11" center. We've seen him have some big games already this year.
I think he's a valuable contributor for the Caledonia Gladiators, especially coming off the bench. And it gives them a real depth in their look for height, but also he's a little bit more versatile than Alahodzic as well.
Yeah, agreed, and he just gives them another dynamic there from that position.
When he starts to knock down threes, it's going to be over. Well, I think that actually the referee has blown that the foot was on the free throw line, so no basket. It'll be a sideline possession for Cheshire. They'll get it back straight away. Here comes Ulf, back outside to Hudson. The 2-free zone now, Ro, from Caledonia. Ball moves across, and this is the problem with it. And there's the knockdown, execution. Patience, move the defense, knockdown.
That's it. One way to beat a zone, you got to find those gaps, space the floor, knock down threes.
Jovicic throws that one on. Johnson will find Malcolm. They're fighting for the boards here into the hands of Stevens. Jack is trying to fade into the corner. Back out to Stevens. Rotation again. Hudson. He'll call for Ulf to fill the space. In fact, calls for a screen. Rejects it. Finds nice room. That's a smart move from Hudson.
Yeah, really good. I like how he held the ball out there to survey his options, and then nothing better. So took it on his own hands to take it all the way to the basket. Nice left-hand finish.
Well, it was smart, really. Ulf came to set that screen, and he brought both defenders with him. It was great work from Cheshire to recognize that, and Hudson himself as they try and find it, and yes, they keep it in play. Moving forward, Maceo, Jack, Euro, step, can't get the finish. There's the rebound, and a foul is called. David Ulf to the line for 2 shots, and Cheshire Phoenix are right back in this one, Anthony.
Wow, what a great sequence of events there. Cheshire Phoenix jumping all over the court. Look at this, great effort there from E.G. Stevens, and then quick pass. And Maceo Jack will be one of the better players in the open floor, but there you go again. David Ulf, since being introduced into this game, he has caused havoc. 3rd rebound so far today, and they're all been offensive rebounds.
And a timeout has been called. They want to talk it over. Gladiators wanting to put a stop to this run. Tell us a little bit about that from a coaching perspective. Why do you call a timeout to stop a run?
Well, basketball is a game of momentum, and sometimes players can't find the solution in live play, so a coach will call a timeout to either adjust as well, so there's adjustments to be made offensively or defensively, but sometimes just to stop the rhythm of the game. It's sometimes when teams go on a run, we saw it in the other game, a 20-2 run. I'm sure there's a couple of timeouts called in that period.
Let's take a look at some of the action that's taking place tomorrow, live here on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. At 5 o'clock, the Surrey Scorchers will take on the Newcastle Eagles. That should be a fun game, Ro.
Yeah, I think so. And Surrey Scorchers finding a little bit of form there. Had a dreadful start to the season, but there's been some positive signs of late.
And the second game taking place, of course, our home city of Leicester. They welcome the Manchester Giants, and it will be a completely different dynamic. Yeah,
some changes have been at Leicester Riders. We're not used to seeing changes of that magnitude there, so we'll see how that pans out.
Well, Session Russell is in, the former Charnwood Academy Loughborough Division 1 player. He hails from London, GB player as well. Exciting young talent signed by the Leicester Riders. As David Ulf, he'll knock down his first free throw. Ro, you correct me if I'm wrong, free throws wise, I believe Cheshire are now #1 in the league for free throw attempts this season.
Yeah, they are, and it's the way that they dynamically play. Yes, they shoot a lot of threes, but they've also got athletic guys, 1 through 5 that attack the rim, which gets some fouls and gets the trips to the line.
Here's Malcolm in the corner. Now back to basket, they're going to Moore Jr. again. And Maceo Jack tries to come with the double team, but he's committed a foul.
Yeah, that's an area where you knew the Phoenix would struggle here tonight with the lineup. Clifton Moore Jr., Buttrick, Alahodzic. They just don't have the size and strength to match them on the block.
And if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Moore Jr. on the line. Knocks down that as well.
8 points personal now for him. He leads all scorers. What introduction he's had into this game.
Cheshire is kept alive. Kristen on the baseline, one-on-one, and he moved smartly to his left hand there as Moore Jr. went to swipe across.
Yeah, smart move there, just as you say, to readjust his body to make sure there was contact, and easy call there from the referee.
Cheshire Phoenix back again on the free throw line. I mean, only 7 minutes 39 remaining in this second quarter. It feels like it's taken the whole length of the first.
It's good. It's a good ploy, though, especially when you're a away team. You want to find ways where you just keep ticking points on the board. You saw the second half of the first quarter, Cheshire Phoenix really struggled to score the ball consistently. But in this quarter so far, they found ways to get to the free throw line, which is their close the gap 1 point game.
Arguably a second unit in for both teams. I know there's a couple of sprinklings of first choice players out there. Both teams looking to run their bench at this moment as Johnson fires up the mid-range, rebounded by Kristen.
Well, that's where Coach Ben Thomas thinks he's got the advantage. He said pre-game, you know, we're going to try and utilize our skill and our depth against the second string Caledonia Gladiators.
Maceo Jack, and that's what we like to see from him. Knockdown, baby.
Wow, sometimes you play good defense, but the offense is just better. Maceo Jack, hand in the face, doesn't matter, tough shot.
Jovicic, bounce pass to Moore Jr., handoff. Jovicic has got room for the pull-up here in rhythm, and that was a smart finish.
Well, Jovicic, we've seen him come off the bench and inject offense instantly, and on that occasion doesn't need a lot of time or space. That fadeaway jump shot, money.
Stevens, screen coming here for Ulf. Hudson, looking for the screen again from Ulf. What's his next option? Great bounce pass, David Ulf. He looks to the referee briefly, but Moore Jr. does enough. Oh, Malcolm spinning away, right hand roll around the rim, and that's good to go.
Yeah, well, David Ulf taking it to the basket there. I think Jack Hudson made an error in trying to steal that basketball. What that does is it's a man down, essentially, and Fraser Malcolm just skips his way to the rim.
Stevens, nice crossover, step back to three. Oh, that's sweet, that's nice. It's good to go.
Wow, E.J. Stevens. So he had the mismatch. The big guy, the bigger, slower guy was guarding him, and Moore Jr. Wow, nice step back.
Jovicic now on the attack, weaving around the defenders with that pick and roll action. Here's Maceo Jack pushing forward. He's one-on-one with Buttrick, goes for the stand, and there's a nice Euro step, inside hand finish with the right.
Maceo Jack just too intelligent, too athletic on that occasion. Nice play.
He's starting to rack up the points. He's got 7 personal. Buttrick looks to Clifton Moore Jr. Short corner shot, rebound now. It's drying up for him at the moment. Hudson, is he going to go one-on-one with Buttrick? No, he's not. He's going to hand it off to Maceo Jack because he knows he's got the hot hand right now, but just misses that fadeaway shot. Could have probably taken a higher percentage shot there.
I think he rushed it as well. He had a lot more time and space than I think he first thought.
Buttrick's going to head to the bench here. Substitutions are checking in. Moore Jr., he'll take a breather. So some of the bench unit being replaced now. Coach Gareth Murray says thank you very much, fellas. It's time for us to get back into the game.
Well, of course, Coach Gareth Murray had a long and illustrious career as a British basketball player. Played against him myself many years, but he was one of those players who never achieved any silverware in his playing career. However, as a coach, winning the British Basketball League trophy last year in the most dramatic fashion against the Cheshire Phoenix.
Wonderful double team and steal off the ball here, E.J. Stevens. Nice hesitation, drive. Rideau sizing up Onwas, skipping him around. Rideau finds Skylar White. Skylar White, that just bounces off. That's not who you want to see the ball in his hands, but fortunately, he didn't make that one.
Wow, I think Caledonia Gladiators dodged a bullet there. Quincy Rideau, excellent penetration and kick to the wing.
Whelan now drives to the right hand. Ali Hodzic with a nice little tip and finish for 2.
And this is what Gladiators have got. Clifton Moore Jr. now on the bench. You bring on Ali Hodges, 6'9", powerful center to clean up the boards.
Inside there to Stevens, not quite balanced enough to finish the shot. Jovicic pushing the pace. Patrick Whelan in transition. It's written in the stars. Patrick Whelan for 3.
Unbelievable. Good spacing, steps into that conviction, knocks it down.
Time to take a quick break. We'll be back with you very shortly. This was a close one. Don't go anywhere. Well, Patrick Whelan, 2 out of 2 from three-point territory. Any opportunity he's got, he's going to knock him down, Anthony Rowe.
It is indeed, and he's got basketball under the blood of his mother. They used to play basketball, and that's his brother also. Jordan Whelan played professionally in this league. So Patrick Whelan is from a heritage of basketball.
Here's Maceo Jack. Oh my goodness, he was against the clock there and took a Hail Mary shot. Really, it wasn't smart for the Phoenix. I don't think they're executing on their screening actions here. They're not really brushing off them. They're not catching the defenders. Too easy right now for them.
No, agreed, and they usually get a lot of luck or reward from the pick and pop. Skylar White setting the screen up top, and instead of roll into the basket, he'll fade out for an open 3. They haven't looked to utilize that much this game.
Jovicic looks down low to Alahodzic. Back out to DeBose, one-on-one with Jack. That's a good screen from Alahodzic. Can they capitalize? Jovicic throws it up. Alahodzic tries to tap it to a teammate. But here's Ethan Shagwar.
I must say I'm impressed with the Gladiators' energy. You commented on their heavy schedule, how many games they've played and how many games they've got to play as well in the next several days. And on that occasion, Quincy Rideau just dances his way to the rim.
Real nice change of pace, change of speed from Rideau on his Euro step to send the defender the other way. And nice hands there from Maceo Jack, but the foul is called here, I believe, on Aaron Rye, a holding foul. And that means Caledonia will get it back. And he's going to have to go to the bench here, Aaron Rye. That is his second personal foul. They don't want to get him in foul trouble in this game. Coach Ben Thomas not happy with that. Onwas to inbound. Uh-oh. And that's just taken a little fingertip touch there. Lucky, otherwise that backcourt violation could have caused problems. Skip pass across to Jovicic. Now looking once again down low to Alahodzic. One-on-one with Skylar White, goes to the right-hand hook, rebounded by Rideau, and he just takes a little knock in his eye from DeBose. He's all right, he's good to go.
Well, Rideau, such a unique basketball player. You don't see a lot of players play like him, or you see Onwas there trying to steal the ball. And Rideau takes one to the face, but Rideau currently leading the league in steals and assists. He's been the orchestrator of the offense this year.
Jaguar. Nice bounce pass. And that was an even better pass out there to Maceo Jack, but the foul was called prior to that. Maybe the Quincy should have gone up there, would have got 2 shots.
I think so, but he's a past first guard. He's just so fun to watch because he plays in a way where he does whatever he needs to do to win a basketball game. He doesn't have your stereotypical point guard body as well. He's not sort of smaller, slimmer. He's more stockier, more of like a running back.
Well, look, he's in his prime right now, 27 years old, from West Palm Beach in Florida. Attended the University of South Florida as the 3 goes for Maceo Jack. It's another assist almost for LaQuincy Rideau. And he also played in Luxembourg at Residence Walferdanga in Slovenia, played in Ecuador last season. But his high school, when he was playing basketball at Gardner-Webb, well, I think it was before that, sorry, they were 3rd in the USA as Jaguar goes to the right hand, his foul there. And so he's got a number of accolades, including all AAC Defensive Player of the Year in 2019. Then he went to Luxembourg, his first professional contract, Defensive Player of the Year in 2021. In Ecuador, they won the regular championship, the national championship. He was in all first team as well. Everywhere he goes, he seems to have a winning mentality, but more importantly, a strong defensive mentality, which leads to offensive prowess.
Well, I don't think that's any coincidence to hear he's that guy, isn't he? He's that guy with those higher level skills that you don't often see in the game. A lot of the professional game is, of course, centered around offense and trying to outscore the opponent. But you need players like him to win you games and put you in positions to win championships.
Jaguar on the line. Knocks down the second. Cheshire here now have a 5-point lead. Here's Whelan. Caledonia. They pounded the ball inside quite a lot. But they're trying to find Jovicic coming out here. Couldn't quite do that as Rideau made a great defensive adjustment. Whelan tries to find Ali Hodzic inside. Now, watch out below. Oh, big time block. Princeton on what swipes that away, but it's kept alive. Maceo Jack, it don't matter if you block me. I'm going to make it anyway, baby. 38, plays 46. What a nice sequence roll.
Wow, where's the justice? A block like that deserves a stop, but it doesn't. And instead, Cheshire Phoenix recoup the ball and get a 3 and extend this lead to 8.
I was getting ready for a nice big call there as Ali Hodzic goes back to basket against White. I was getting ready for a nice big poster call play there, but Onwas, he just came from behind here. Let's take a look at this. Christian goes up. Oh, that's beautiful.
Incredible, great timing. But it's Caledonia don't react quickly enough, and the ball winds up to Maceo Jack, one of the more deadlier scorers in the league this year, 18 points per game. He's the beneficiary of an open 3.
57.9 seconds remaining. This game's been going to and fro, and now the Caledonia Gladiators trail 38-46 overall in this game. Gareth Murray, let's see if we can listen in here. I don't think we can hear what he's saying, but what can you see there, Anthony Rowe?
There's a lot of movement there. I know he's not happy with the team's offense, stuck on 38 points here. There's been lack of movement. You remember the play before as well. They were trying to get Jovicic the ball. It broke down. It ended in a pick and roll, and they tried to dump the ball. They forced the ball inside, and it resulted in a turnover. So the spacing's not there. Lack of movement for the Gladiators, hence why their offense has dried up.
For those fans new to British basketball or basketball in general, that might have looked like a 3-year-old's picture he was drawing on his coaching board, but I promise you, it all makes sense. And one day I might do a masterclass of what coaches are drawing on their board. You know, interesting one this, Ro. I actually heard from a coach in Germany who has an iPad on the side next to him as Christian fires up the corner three here. Rebound now for Onwas, and basically he watches the timeout calls whilst the game's happening to see what the other team is drawing up, and then they counter it at the same time.
Wow. It's all's fair in war, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Patrick Whelan goes up for his third three-point attempt of the night. It's rebounded by Skylar White. Here is Rideau. Let's see how this all unfolds as White is slowing things down to run down this clock. There's about a second in between the shot clock. Oh, that's where you're going. Rideau can't finish that. Whelan jacks it up, and that's way off. But there you go, the halftime break. 38-46 the score. A quick breakdown of that, Anthony Rowe.
Wow, it's a possession there at the end that Phoenix will feel that should have been done better. And Quincy Rideau there attacks the rim, goes straight out en masse, a lot of contact, does the hard part, but doesn't finish. But what an incredible second quarter there from the Phoenix. They win that quarter 29-13. Really put a stranglehold on the Caledonia Gladiators offense.
Coach Ben Thomas, Coach Murray, got a lot to think about going into this one. Join us very shortly after the halftime break. Welcome back, British Basketball League action, wherever you're watching all around the world. Myself, Ty Hadja, and Anthony Rowe. The Caledonia Gladiators are trailing Anthony Rowe. Cheshire didn't start well, but they got that second quarter going.
They did. It was that second quarter was huge, 29-13, and you can't help but feel as the fatigue now seeking into this Caledonia Gladiators team. Of course, they've had a really heavy schedule, just played a European game midweek, and it's showing. Second quarter, they looked a little leggy.
Well, let's take a look at some of the halftime stats. These two teams are doing very well in terms of their team statistics for the year, but let's take a look what jumps out for you on the screen right now, Anthony.
Well, the strange thing is as well, the Caledonia is shooting the ball well from the perimeter, 54% 40%. That's very healthy. But where they've been really poor, 2-point field goals, they've had the strategy of clearly getting the ball in the post, and it has not been benefiting them. On the contrast to that, Phoenix have been playing a lot more freer. They've gotten the open floor a little bit more as well. They've crashed the board. So they've scored in an array of ways. And look at that, free throws, 9 for 10. They found ways to get to the free throw line and put pressure on that defense.
Well, let's take a look at that tail of the half. If you've just joined us, you missed a great ball game so far. I mean, it's a little bit low scoring, but it's a little bit end-to-end too. Maceo Jack pulling up, opening his bank account for the night. He likes to put points on the board for the Cheshire Phoenix. Skylar White, you know that's exactly what he does. Stretch the floor from the 5 position and knock it down. Lucas Paliza, he said right back at you. But you know, the Cheshire Phoenix found a will and a way, and we spoke about Shagwa at the beginning of this show.
Yeah, his versatility has impacted this game. You know, he's got a nice 9 points early in this game, along with his teammate there, Maceo Jack, and this is Patrick Whelan. He found himself open a couple times here. He's hit 2 for 3 from the 3-point line.
Well, it was a strong start for the Cheshire Phoenix in the second quarter. You know, they forced an early timeout from Gareth Murray. Maceo Jack knocking down another one, 13 so far in this game. Clifton Moore Jr. at the beginning of the second, he also had a nice spell, him and Jovicic working together. EJ Stevens had a little bit of hustle, step back 3, that was sweet, that was money. But of course, in transition, the Cheshire Phoenix are deadly. Eurostep around Patrick, finished with the right hand. There's that next 3 from Pat Whelan. Can't give him those open looks tonight, and they've limited those. And let's talk about that block again from Onwas.
Play of the game so far to hear a basket-saving block, but what's the disappointing thing? His team doesn't react, and it winds up in the hands of Maceo Jack and knocks it down.
Well, look, we've got some great things to talk about now, about the Newcastle Eagles. They're in great form on and off the court. So let's take a look how they celebrated Thanksgiving.
Do you feel like do you miss home at all?
Yeah, I miss home. I miss home a lot. Celebrating Thanksgiving and giving thanks for whatever you had or whatever you wanted. Just being around family and enjoying family time. This is pretty cool for the hotel and the team to set this up for us to be able to create a bigger bond with each other.
God, thankful for food they're about to receive. Let it be a blessing to our bodies and blessings that prepared it. In Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen. My favorite part of Thanksgiving is just cracking jokes and like stealing off of like my family's plates. You know, I never eat my own food, so you'll see like a lot of food out there. You know, people just very comfortable and just having a good laugh.
Being better than my family, but it's about 7 out of 10.
Having a good connection with your team is super important because you know everybody's tendencies. You know, like a guy likes to cut or he likes to go to the wing for the 3. You know his moves before he does them, and then like you could just react off him.
You gotta find someone with a hot hand. Beautiful feed.
Uses his pivot.
Oh, that was filthy. That was a filthy pass from Jordan Johnson, the no-look bounce.
Hey Malcolm, happy Thanksgiving for big sister in Japan.
We love you, son, and we are so proud of you. Wish you could be home to have some of your mom's macaroni and cheese, and know that we are here in the United States tuned in every week cheering you guys on.
Happy Thanksgiving, Todd.
Happy Thanksgiving, nephew.
This is my home away from home right now, you know? So these guys are like brothers. These guys are my second family. They help me be the best I can be.
Yeah, I really like it. We spoke about
Step back. He should hit that all night long. Yeah. Here we go. Eagles with numbers, and it ends like that. Great team this year. Oh, just taken away. Ricky McGill picked the pocket. Thought about the alley-oop. It was well defended by Sharma down there. Anyone else, they probably let it go. Beautiful pass. Taj Green with the bullet. Don't want to make it 3 in a row. Connor Morgan from range. Boom. Wow, beautiful pass across the lane. And once again, Connor Morgan.
He used to be super skinny. It wasn't until his trainer, Kelvin, introduced him to weightlifting. And the turning point as they just slam dunk behind me.
Staying active and staying lean and mean. Look at this. He is just living above the rim. Taj Green, take a bow. Good defensive stand again. Back come the Lions. Opportunity now with a 3, and it's blocked out of bounds. And how about that? Darius Defoe, old man winner, says not on my watch. Jordan Taylor makes him pay though with a 3, now down to 15 points now. Oh, and that was just silky smooth from Ricky McGill. Action down below, shot clock reset to 14, and another opportunity for the Eagles. Josh Ward Hibbert, boom! Stops, looks, dribbles, takes a Euro step, can't get it to fall, and a fast break with JJ out in front. Jordan Johnson puts it in and 1. Lions in a situation where they're probably not going to win, and I don't know if that's a dunk or a throw. Jordan on the give, and a second dunk. Trailing by 29 points. Are we talking 3 dunks in a row?
Their scout. Everyone turned up.
Karen Sandy now going to get in the act. Wow. So London Lions put up one final shot here, and it will not go. So the final score will be the 102-80.
Congratulations, Newcastle, because I thought they were tremendous.
Welcome back to the British Basketball League Live, wherever you're watching all around the world. Don't forget to like and subscribe the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Myself, Tahir Hajat, and Anthony Rowe. We're here as the Cheshire Phoenix are in the lead, 38-46 at this moment in time. But look, you could be having some fun too. You need to check out our molten unbeatable move to take a look at this. This is your moment to shine like the pros and show that you've got the molten unbeatable move. Show us what you got. Upload your most incredible basketball move with the hashtag unbeatable for a shot at winning some amazing prizes. The clock is ticking and the shot clock is running. You've got until November 29th to make your mark in the British Basketball League. Get those cameras rolling and hashtag unbeatable. Conditions apply to that one, but make sure you check out the website BritishBasketballLeague.com if you want to enter. What's your molten unbeatable move? I know that Anthony Rowe's got a 360 Euro step windmill in the bag somewhere.
On a 6-foot rim, Tahir, I'll give you whatever you need.
Well, here are the fixtures this weekend, of course. Newcastle took victory on the road against the Lions at half-time. Manchester Giants battling back into it, 45-52. Gladiators, of course, trailing at home, 38-46 against the Phoenix. Tomorrow, Scorchers versus Eagles, Riders versus Giants on Sunday. Sharks take on the Flyers at 3 o'clock. Plymouth City Patriots take on the Surrey Scorchers at 4:30 p.m. And Cheshire Phoenix at 6 o'clock. Caledonia Gladiators, UK time. So, let's get this game back underway. The Caledonia Gladiators will help us to do that. Lucas Paliza clapping along to try and get the energy he needs from this team. What have they got to do different to win this game, Anthony Rowe?
Well, it's got to be energy both ends of the floor. The execution was poor for them as well in that second quarter. Spacing was poor, movement was poor, but that is, you know, a lot of that is attributed to fatigue as well. So, I don't know, Tahir, it's going to be a tough ask for them in the second half.
Could be a tough kickball violation here. And that's a sideline possession. We spoke about the ball going inside a lot. I think Skylar White's done a really good job being quite, what should I say, contesting Faro Alihodzic's attempt of backing him down.
No, agreed. And you know, there's a reason why, again, Cheshire's won so many games this year is because they're not so fragile inside where they're giving up open points. Skylar White does an excellent job there of contesting.
Wow, rainbow three there. Lucas Beliza throws that one and scrapes the lights on the ceiling.
Well, he started positively, didn't he? He hit a 3 in the first quarter, and that hasn't necessarily been the issue for Caledonia. They were shooting 54%, remember, at half-time. So they've just got to get higher volumes, I guess, and better, more shots from the perimeter.
Aaron Wright, he's fouled underneath the basket. Hasn't really had a chance to get into his rhythm and flow today either.
No, he hasn't. Those 2 fouls has been disruptive to his rhythm. He's had to spend a little longer on the bench than he would have liked, but I guess the plus side to that, he's played 8 minutes in the first half, so he's relatively fresh here, again, against a fatigued Caledonia Gladiators team. So look for Aaron Wright here to make his mark in the second half.
He's going to make his mark by missing free throws. That's never a good trait to have currently this season. Aaron Wright, he's 89.6, just under 90%, and that's 2 missed free throws are going to hurt him.
Wow, a rare occasion there where we see him miss a double.
He's averaging 18 points per game. He's only got 2 tonight. As the bow spins, turns, short shot, money.
That's a great move, and you see that little bump in the spin creates so much space there. He's got an open jump shot, which he knocks down comfortably.
Right. Putting his head down, driving again. Alihodzic tries to stand straight. And the foul is called here. Will be called on Alihodzic for a block. And Aaron Wright back on that line to try and correct those 2 previous free throws.
That's exactly it. And he's went straight at the heart of the defense there as well. Went right at Faro Alihodzic. He got him to commit the foul. An intelligent player. We know of his academic success, Ivy League, Dartmouth graduate. But he plays the game the same way. Very intelligent player. Understands his strengths and he utilizes them in a number of ways.
Neuroscience major. Dissecting brains, and now he's dissecting the opposition. Try and find a way for his team to win as Rideau gets his fingertips onto that one. Paliza, he goes for the long two, and he's fouled. Thankfully, it is only 2 free throws.
Well, and that's what those earlier three-pointers do for you. They make the defense honor you that little bit more. And that time, over-honored. The respect was too much. They had to foul him.
Paliza on the line. Chance to make it double digits for him. He's got 8 points so far in this game.
Well, Paliza's an interesting individual. He's Czech international, played all over the league, including played in the Olympics for his country. We don't often see European players transition into the British Basketball League. They sometimes struggle because of the up and down nature and the athleticism of the British Basketball League, but Paliza seems to have slotted in just fine.
It's almost a stretch 4, which is common in the British Basketball League. Players like to space things out, or teams like to space things out to allow for that athleticism as Rideau is dancing around inside. Near the key, floated shot up off the back of the iron, rebounded by Ali Hodzic. Here comes DeBose moving forward. He was looking to pass that off there, that option taken away from him, so he ended up with the finger roll and says, my bad, to Princeton onwards.
No, you're exactly right there, Tahir. In good space and defensively there from Cheshire. The defender stayed in between enough to make DeBose have to shoot that floater himself, which he misses.
Whelan. Oh, he hit the deck pretty easily there, Pat. We might need to talk about that on your In the Gap podcast. Little flop. It's okay, we see it, but Gareth Murray said it was his legs, and thinking about landing underneath the shooter.
Well, not much of a protest there, was there, from Gladiators? Even Gareth Murray has moved on from that play.
A prolific three-point scorer, his time as a professional. Right, one-on-one here, Ali Hodzic. He closes in at Shagwar, just rocket ones at the rim. Here's Whelan, rotation. Backdoor cut for Paliza, he can't quite keep it in. And Cheshire Phoenix get the ball back. I tell you what, LeQuincy Rideau, we know he leads the lead in steals. He hasn't got one yet in this game, but he's been mightily close, at least 4 or 5 times today.
No, agreed, and he's just got a knack for it as well. Anticipation is incredible, but he's ran the offense so well, and on that occasion you see him, he kind of bulldozes his way through, and he's able to bump off the defense to give him space.
Used his handle to get by the defender there, cross tween, drive to the right, finish off the right, created the space, created the line of attack. And now here's DeBose, skipping it round. Paliza again for 3, and that's good. Home rims, he's had it a couple times tonight.
He has indeed, and good ball movement there from the Gladiators, which results in Paliza stepping into that 3-point shot.
Well, it's a 3-point game now. Here's Rideau. Skips between the defenders. LeQuincy Rideau, and 1. There we go, baby. Show off the muscles. LeQuincy.
That's a creative move there. Breaks down. The defense goes right in between them off that screen there from Shagwar. Doesn't roll. He pops out. And what that does is it makes the defense have to follow him and make a decision. The defense made no decision to stop. LeQuincy Rideau just sliced through them.
Great core strength to finish at the rim as well. It was contested. That's why he's on the line. Can he get the free throw? Yes, he can, which is an important play for the Cheshire Phoenix, responding to this run from Caledonia.
8 points personal now for Rideau, along with 6 assists. He's really played a pivotal part in this Phoenix offense.
And a foul called here. Skylar White will be called for that. End line possession. Let's see what is drawn up here. Ali Hodzic floats into the paint, trying to get a seal. He's double teamed. And Kristen trying to get around Onwas, and it stays with the Cheshire Phoenix because it bounces off the knee of Princeton Onwas. They will keep it. Resilient play there from the Phoenix.
Excellent play from Christian. You see in pursuit of that basketball. He didn't give up on the play, and what he does is he knows he can't get possession, so he knocks the ball down, which ricochets off Onwas. Cheshire Phoenix ball.
Messio Jack handoff. Rideau uses the screen. He's got plenty of room. LaQuincy Rideau riding out for the Cheshire Phoenix. He's getting it done.
Caledonia, just a breakdown defensively there. Poor on-ball defense and then zero help inside. And Quincy Rideau will say thank you very much. That'll be one of the easier 2 points he gets this evening.
Oh, what a pass. Farah Alihodzic, eyes in the back of his head. There you go, Princeton.
It was indeed.
Oh, and another one of those. How about I can do it too, says Rideau. The foul's called. Alihodzic puts his hands up. Nice couple of dimes there.
There was indeed, and we know Rideau can do it, but Alihodzic, phenomenal. No look pass there to his teammate. Onwas for the finish.
That's his second assist of the night, Alihodzic. He's got 6.6 rebounds, 2 assists. Whereas the Quincy Rideau, he's creeping up to a double-double, 10.6 assists, 3 rebounds for him. Here's Jack across to Rideau. Rye fakes the screening action, flares across off of Skylar White. Now it's one-on-one here. Skylar White taking Alihodzic to the rack, rolling back the years, the 30-year-old getting it done.
That is tough, and where Alihodzic is at a disadvantage there, he's outside, and he has to go up, be up on Skylar White because of his range and ability to shoot from anywhere on the floor. And essentially, Skylar White utilizes that crossover. Wow! And a nice left-hand finish there for number 99.
What I like is that little step inside the paint. It just ensured that the separation occurred between the two players, and there was no way that Alihodzic was going to get to the ball then. He's going to head to the bench now and take a breather. I don't know how we can really judge this matchup between both of them. Alihodzic has a slightly better stat line, but Skylar White isn't making an easy night for him. Here's Clifton Moore Jr. Ball rotation. Pat Whelan is wide open. Opposite baseline. Doesn't get it to go. Rye. Rideau. Head down. Quincy. Oh my goodness. What a pass. What a find. Rye rolls in and out for him. Patrick Whelan with the rebound. He's got his head up now. Looks across to Onwas. The spin. Keeps it in play. Rye will look for it. Now it's stolen away by Paliza. Bounce pass, but Skylar White does enough.
Goodness me. Both teams just flinging the ball over the court there. Couldn't get through.
Well, look, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back very, very shortly. This is a great game unfolding between the Gladiators and the Phoenix. We're back, and we're ready for more action. LaQuincy Rideau is ready for action too. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists to his name, the league leader in assists this season, and you can see why. He never runs out of options, this guy, as DeBose now gets the ball into play for the Caledonia Gladiators. Screen comes now for Buttrick. He brushes past it. Hand off to Whelan. He's going to drive inside. He's under pressure, and there's a steal for Rideau. Nice pass to find right. Brilliant pass. Blocked at the rim. In fact, a blocking foul is going to be called, and Cheshire Phoenix clapping that one up.
Wow, and it's LaQuincy Rideau with that steal that just ignites the offense. And you see Caledonia struggling to get back because Cheshire Phoenix are out of the races, and Aaron Rye challenges Clifton Moore Jr., the 6'11" center, who's deemed to foul.
Aaron Rye makes the first of those two. That's his 3rd free throw make of the evening. Look at that, steals. 0 to 6 steals, Anthony.
Wow. Well, Phoenix lead the league in steals this year. A big part of that, of course, is LaQuincy Rideau, but they're a team with athletic guys that like to generate turnovers so they can get out on the fast break. They've been excellent in points from turnovers this year, leading the league.
Paliza wide open in the corner. Kristen trying to close out, and there's another turnover and steal. Ball moving forward. He does get it to Rye. Rye on his right hand. Nice timing and nice composure to finish for 2.
I thought it was a great decision there. I thought Rye was going to try and pass the basketball, but it wasn't there. He regained his balance, went back up strong, and look at that. Points from turnovers, 9 to 2.
Relatively low numbers so far as Pat Whelan knocks down a triple, much needed triple for the Gladiators. It's relatively no numbers, you know. Only Cheshire Phoenix, they have only got 2 turnovers in this whole game. Only 7 turnovers in the British Basketball League for the Caledonia Gladiators is still a low number. Skylar White goes to attack the basket. That's not really his realm there.
No, he didn't look as comfortable as well, and oh goodness, bodies coming together there of Buttrick and Maceo Jack.
Colliding. Foul will be called here on Maceo Jack for a push. Looks like it's going to be a bit of pain for Trent Buttrick, and Jack heads to the bench. E.J. Stevens checking in. Solid contribution from Maceo Jack. He's not had any points here in the second quarter, or should I say second half, really, but he does what his team needs him to. Little steals, little off-ball decisions to help things tick over when he's not got the ball in his hands. Here's DeBose now. Fakes. Nice drop off inside to Buttrick, and he smokes the layup. Trent Buttrick, so frustrating.
Wow, well, that's a characteristic of a player as well who's fatigued physically and mental.
Ball rotation, Rideau, nice hesitation on the pass. Doesn't get the friendly bounce, he was hanging. Try and get the finish.
Look at Rideau, he's always on the hunt for a steal, you see him.
He is hunting him down. Look, there he is again, trying to reach round DeBose, and DeBose will finish that one.
And that's the trade-off. When you look for steals, you can find yourself exposed, and that reach in there gives Ian DeBose an open jump shot. And Caledonia hanging around here to here. Look, 7-point game, all it takes is for another stop and a score, and they're within striking distance.
Bounce pass inside to Skylar White. He's going to stay out this time and shoot a mid-range shot, which bounces off the rim.
And there's the stop. They can get a score here now and make things very interesting.
Ball bobbles around. Buttrick eventually gets it out to DeBose, and referee wants the shot clock reset. Not quite sure what he's called there. Is the floor wet or somebody's dropped something?
Well, there wasn't a shot at the rim, was there? He penetrated and passed the ball out.
Looks like a shoe came off for Kristen. But what's this stopping that battle? Your shoe came off. I've been in so many games where your shoe come off, you just got to run at the floor with one sock. It is what it is till the ball goes dead, right?
It's like a flat tire in racing, isn't it? You just got to wait for the next pit stop.
Oh my goodness. Referees, they're getting soft on us these days, eh? The Paliza. DeBose looks for this screen here. Clifton Moore Jr. rolls off of it. Buttrick is setting the flare screen for Paliza, but it ball goes inside. Clifton Moore Jr. Another bucket for Caledonia.
I like that play there. Inside, low entry pass there. Clifton Moore converts.
Nice work here from Aaron Rye. Couldn't get the ball to go in the basket. Did the right thing. Not enough on the finish. Tries to go with the finger roll.
Aaron Rye's such a pest, isn't he? The persistence there to fight for the offensive rebound is essentially give his team another possession here.
Now, here is Kristen. He's found himself on the three-point line. He's going one-on-one with Paliza. Spinning, turning. Bounce pass to David Ulf. He goes for the right-handed hook shot. Not quite sure if that was his best opportunity to score the ball. I had someone describe him to me as the best worst player ever.
I think that's harsh.
I think it might be a bit harsh, but it might also be quite true. He does things. Oh my goodness! Get that out of here! Running in transition, Stevens, David Ulf, and there's the finish. Well, you know what I mean? It's like the intangibles. He runs up the floor. It was 1v1. That's what you want from your player. He finishes there, but on the other side, he takes a little bit of a tough shot. But look at that steal on the break. Cheshire Phoenix getting it done.
And there's David Ulf to clean up the mess, and he's the reason why he's a fans' favourite player. Played for Manchester Giants before, and they loved him over there. They love him at the Cheshire Phoenix. He's that blue-collar, workhorse that will do whatever he needs to do for the team. And fans love a player. Like I love watching him play. He has a great motor, excellent energy.
And he doesn't always put the ball in the basket, which is why he's the best worst player ever, because he makes million-dollar plays and 10-cent finishes all the time. But I've spoken to him about this. He knows. He's out. Oh, throwing it up. The ball's Clifton Moore Jr. Connection, making it happen.
Excellent space in there on that occasion. Pick and roll, separating themselves and float it high. Clifton Moore.
Fourth foul is called here, and a holding foul called by the official on, I believe that will be Trent Buttrick. Trent Buttrick will be called for his third foul of the game, I believe.
It's a bad foul as well. Gladiators in the bonus, which the expression of Buttrick will tell you.
Yeah,
he's
not
not
some
happy.
career-ending words there if you're on commentary. 8.5 points per game, 8.2 rebounds per game for Trent Buttrick. James Bryce and Ben Thomas talking it over. I think, they like to put points on the board, the Cheshire Phoenix. It's quite a low-scoring game for them.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'll be still quite stressed about this game because it's not over by any means, just a 6-point game. And again, Caledonia very good on this floor.
Here's DeBose. He almost got enough spin on that to come off the glass and fall in. I think the foul will be called here on number 6. Jack Hudson. And he acknowledges that one. One of those players who actually, I believe, is in the law profession and plays basketball on a semi-professional basis for the Cheshire Phoenix.
Exactly right to hear. It's litigation law, so he's a chartered legal executive, but also pursuing his basketball career. So a guy who's dual talented and then good enough as well to contribute at the highest level in the British Basketball League.
Well, it's a 4-point game now. This will come down to the final possession of the quarter to dictate how close Caledonia can get to Cheshire. Here's Aaron Rye. Got the action here. Looks like David Ulf's coming to set the screen behind the back. Doesn't connect on it. Aaron Rye's got a lot of work to do here. They find Ulf. Skipped across. Kristen 3. It's good to go. David Ulf with the assist. Kristen knocking it down on the buzzer. Don't go anywhere. This is going to be a stellar finish live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Welcome back to the amphitheatre in East Kilbride, Glasgow. Cam Christon knocking it down. Assist from David Ulf. And just what the Cheshire Phoenix needed at the end of that one. They win that final quarter 22-21. 10 minutes left in this one, Anthony Rowe. Do you think the Cheshire Phoenix are well and truly favourites?
Well, that one could be a dagger there for Caledonia. Look, still a lot of basketball, a lot of time left, a lot of basketball to be played, but there's little momentum plays like that that can really hurt.
Cam Christon driving to the rack now. Long ball ahead. Clifton Moore Jr. The Quincy Rideau, league leader in steals, picking pockets. Oliver Twist driving to the rack, kicks it out. EJ Stevens, nothing but net. That's a wonderful play for the Cheshire Phoenix.
It is indeed in that Oliver Twist-esque steal, as you so appropriately coined, leads to a 3 down the other end of the floor. A 10-point game.
That is out of bounds. Great defensive work there. David Ulf, the man on your screens. End line possession for Ian DeBose. He'll draw. We've seen this before. Clifton Moore Jr. Handoff here. Re-screen. DeBose rejects. Step back mid-range. Trent Buttrick rebound. Kicking it out. Patrick Whelan, they need it. They can't get it. Cam Christon, he's going one-on-one here. Euro step. Left hand blocked away. Fraser Malcolm, my guy.
Wow. He's done really well there.
Clifton Moore Jr.'s inside. And now, that is a Cheshire Phoenix ball. A Quincy Rideau with those naughty hands we spoke about, slapping it. And I'm not quite sure how the final touch came off there, but Cheshire get it back.
He has caused an absolute havoc, and even to the point to now, I think Clifton Moore Jr. is going to be looking over his shoulder as to where the Quincy Rideau is.
There is Cam Christon, left-hand side of the floor, driving to the baseline. Way too easy to get past Fraser Malcolm there.
Yeah, it was no interior help there.
Back with DeBose. It looked like he ran through Hudson there, but no, just too quick for him. Blocking foul called, sideline possession.
No, agreed, that could have went the other way. But fortunately for the Gladiators, it stays with them, but yeah, we've seen those go the other way.
Well, 12 points, 6 assists, 2 rebounds in the game for Ian DeBose, one of their standout players. As Fraser Malcolm looks to inbound here. Whelan's going to come off the screen from Alahodzic. Alahodzic looks to seal. Now he'll come back out for a screen again for Whelan. Inside Alahodzic, and this time a blocking foul called. But I thought he was set well in time. He'd claimed that space. 2 shots to come. We need to watch this back here. Look, watch him. He's set. He's there. He's there already. I don't see how in any way that could potentially be a blocking foul. However, I'm only level 2 ref. I'm not level 3 yet. One day level 3. Right now. Yeah, what do you think about that, Ro?
Oh, I think you sound like a level 1 ref right now. Alahodzic has caught the basketball. He hasn't even turned yet. And
the defender's there waiting, taking a charge.
I don't know. I think
no, you're the big man. I get it. I know what you mean.
That was a good call for the guys in Burgundy.
I hear you. If he hits Skylar White there, Skylar White doesn't go down. I agree. Okay, you're right, Anthony Rowe. I'll probably need to redo my level 2 test. Here is the Quincy Rideau. Oh, for American viewers, it's a tiered system for referees, just in case you were wondering. I mean, you know, you don't need much experience to get a level 2, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm going to have to ask to see those credentials from you there to hear.
It's in the dusty box somewhere. Foul is called here along the baseline. Cam Christon. Whelan looking frustrated there. Couldn't quite see what the referee called, but it's an end-line ball for the Cheshire Phoenix. Jack Hudson's going to head to the bench. 8 minutes, 6 seconds as Aaron Rye checks in.
He's had good minutes, Jack Hudson, and he's got a plus-minus of 15, meaning that his team are 15 points better off when he's been on court.
David Ulf gets the ball out to Aaron Rye. He's going to drive to the rack. Foul and 1. That's the Aaron Rye we know.
And he's done an excellent job, hasn't he, at getting to the free throw line today. That occasion, skipping past the defenders. That's 10 points personal now for him.
Referee's just checking on him, checking to see he's okay. Took one to the head there, Aaron Rye. Stevens is rushed over to talk to Ben Thomas. He's talking about spacing and actions. As Aaron Rye misses the free throw. Off night for him on the line. Aaron Rye is 4 for 7. Here comes the Bows, backing down Rideau. Pat Whelan, another 3 for him, no good, and foul is called on the floor, off the ball. It looked like David Ulf, yes, tying himself up with the opposing player. Those post battles off the ball, do you miss them, Anthony Rowe?
I do, I miss them dearly. That's one of the favourite parts of the job. We're here having a little battle with the opposing big man.
Whelan looks to try and get the shot off again. Thought otherwise. 3 versus 1. Oh, and there's Fraser Malcolm trying to get another block, and the foul is called this time. I was surprised that you said you actually missed something about playing basketball, because every time I try and ask you about playing basketball, it's just like, nah, man, I'm done with that.
it's the 3 knee surgeries later to you. That'll put anyone off. And I enjoy this. I enjoy sitting here with you, critiquing and
reminiscing, bullying people off the ball. It's all right, I understand. Here's Christian on the line. There's first to go. Coach Ben Thomas is one of the most underrated coaches in the British Basketball League.
Done an excellent job this year. I think he's, you look at his team that he constructed last year, you think they were really good, and this year you had so many new players, so many new faces, and he's someone who's been able to consistently recruit good quality players to the point where, some of the players he's recruited in this league have went on and played at, incredible levels.
Foul is called here. Reaching across, Aaron Rye. Happy to accept that. And it's an end-line ball for the Caledonia Gladiators. Look, he's brought silverware to the club.
Yeah.
Then he took him to the final last year, of course, where they lost out on a buzzer beating to the Caledonia Gladiators, but of course got them back in the quarter-final of the playoffs, beating them in both legs of that, and then losing to the eventual winners, London. He's recruited well as well, finding great talent. They had Archibald last season. He was a great player as DeBose finishes that off the inside right hand. And Maceo Jack is a player recruited. Took a chance on him, and now he's paying it back to him in more than abundance. Second in the league for points scored. Maceo Jack, he's got 13 tonight. He's had a quiet second half. Foul called. Well, look, there's a big game taking place on the other live stream. And I regret to say it's probably a more exciting game, Anthony Rowe.
Wow.
And the Manchester Giants, they look like they've got themselves back into the lead, 64-63, with 58 seconds remaining in that game. Plymouth held the lead. They were up by as many as 18 in the first quarter. But now Plymouth's, apologies, they're now back in the lead by 1. It's going to and fro at the National Basketball Performance Centre. You can watch that game live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. But of course, if you'd rather stay here with us, we'd love to have you here with us. As Ian DeBose knocks down the second free throw.
Still not done as well, and we've seen what a couple stops the scores can do in this game, and Caledonia are hanging around. They're still within range here to make a little run for their own and put a pressure on Cheshire Phoenix heading into the last stages of this fourth quarter.
Ulf sets the screen. Rideau, nice half turn, trying to find the next pass. Finds Steven, jab, drive, left hand, step back. And that's good to go. He's got that move down at the moment, EJ Stevens. Let me tell you, I was speaking to James Bryce, and he said he had to have some stern words with Stevens at the beginning of this season because he wasn't quite cutting it, but he's starting to develop and produce more numbers now.
Yeah, I mean, he's come off the bench and he's played with confidence, and he's been able to create for himself as well, and plays like he just made, where that's next level.
Well, he's in double digits, got 10 points tonight. Here's Rye. Here's Rideau going downhill, and that time he wasn't able to find a teammate, and that ball's thrown away. Kristen does enough there to put off Whelan's pass. As he goes onto his knees. It's another tough night at the office for the Caledonia Gladiators, facing defeat in 3 consecutive games at home. There will be, after defending the fortress so well.
Yeah, and you know, Coach Murray said at the pre-game, you know, the focus is now on the British Basketball League. Their FIBA Europe Cup is now came to a close, and they need to now focus on the British Basketball League. As you say, to hear that, you know, creating a fortress was so important for them, just because logistically teams have to travel so far to get there. East Kilbride is near Glasgow, which is in Scotland, and all the other clubs in the British Basketball League play in England. So it's one of those places where you can create that home court advantage, because all visitors have to travel a significant way just to get there.
Well, Maceo Jack attacking that left-hand side. He's drawn the contact. And he's going to go to the free throw line for a chance for his first 2 points in the second half.
I think what Coach Murray would be disappointed at as well, pre-game he said, we need to protect the three-point line, and Cheshire Phoenix 9 for 20, 45% from the three-point line. That is not protecting the three-point line. It's a really good effort there from the Cheshire Phoenix to score the basket, but also there's been defensive breakdowns there. And just to put that into context, Cheshire Phoenix typically shoot 35% from the three-point line, so they're, you know, a good 10% there above their averages here this evening.
Alahodzic, he's inside against Ulf, and Ulf was like, hey, listen, I'm just going to foul you at some point on this play here, because you're going to beat me up. The bucket is good to go, and one shot to come for Alahodzic. He's battled. Listen, I said earlier on, best worst player ever, but David Ulf has put in a great shift tonight. He's got 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He's 18 on the plus-minus. He's done his job this evening.
Yeah, and he often does. He's one of these guys, again, a fan favorite. He's very rarely he comes on and makes mistakes as well. If you remember, end of the third quarter, instead of throwing up a shot when the clock was winding down, he finds his teammate in the corner for the open three. It's little plays, making the right decision under pressure. David Ulf is excellent at that.
Here's Aaron Wright trying to find inside Maceo Jack. It was tough to do that. There were 3 defenders around him, trying to float it over the top. Gladiators come up with it. It's a 12-point game, and there's 5 minutes remaining in this one. It's not without the Gladiators' reach. Here's a rebound for Paliza as he misses his own 3-point shot. Pat Whelan driving to the rack, and no good for him to go there. That's out of bounds. Caledonia ball, but it looks like we're going to have a quick break here. 4:49 on the clock, 80-68 the score. There's plenty of time for Caledonia to get back in this one, so make sure you join us on the other side of this break to find out. Well, here we go, ready to get the action back underway. Just to let you know, it's a close game over in Manchester. The fourth quarter's just started, 68-70. Plymouth City Patriots are in the lead by 2. But here in Caledonia, the Cheshire Phoenix have advantage as Ali Hodzic, reverse layup for him. Nice finish.
That's a difficult play as well. You see him cut right down the middle there, falling out of bounds, but finds a way there to reverse that off the backboard.
Well, he's close to a double-double. He's got 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 more boards, and it's a double-double for the captain of the Caledonia Gladiators. Here's E.J. Stevens now. Paliza tight on his hip, gives him a little room here. Pulls up on the money. Stevens strings another one. He's been wonderful tonight for the Cheshire Phoenix, and he knocks down another big-time free. Ali Hodzic, that bounce off his leg, and now Cheshire Phoenix will get it back. E.J. Stevens, he is shooting 3 for 4 from downtown tonight. He's got 13 points personal, and there it is on the defender. Paliza just let him shoot that.
Yeah, he's been deadly from out there, and it's the quick pull-up, I think, that what put Paliza in a sort of cement there. But this is it. This is the last-stitch attempt now for Caledonia. Time is ticking, and they can't get stopped. It's all over.
Rideau, or should I say Maceo Jack. Here is Rideau chasing down DeBose. In and out dribble, Pat Whelan, pump fake, fires it up. Pat Whelan makes that one, better rhythm from him.
Big shot, and that's a lifeline there for Caledonia. 3:40 left. A few stops and scores can make things very interesting, but they have to get stops down this end, and they haven't been able to do that against this very talented Phoenix team.
Rideau. Jaguar, he's back into the game. Driving baseline, foul is called. He's only played 15 minutes, Jaguar. And as you said earlier, you know, Ben Thomas spoke about depth, and he's been able to rotate early players not to get into the game, or obviously injured Holden and Greg Wild and Dan Rudd. Ben Thomas is a little frustrated here. There's been a change of call. Well, you seen what happened?
No, something's happened here that it's going to switch possession back to the Caledonia Gladiators. And the shake of their head from Coach Ben Thomas will suggest he's not in agreement with that decision.
Well, it's a 10-point game. Inside, Ali Hodzic, nice footwork. Ali Hodzic with a finish. Single digits now, Amro.
Good composure there from the veteran. That pump fake and spin back center created enough space there to get it off.
Jaguar driving to the lane. Foul called on Onwas. 2 shots to come for Jaguar now. In fact, on that last call, it was changed to a travel call, Rowe, before the foul. Jaguar now goes to the free throw line. He's perfect tonight, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And he's got the chance to be the 6th player in double digits for the Cheshire Phoenix.
It's a big call as well. Caledonia making a surge here to cut this deficit. Jaguar misses his first free throw of today. There's an opportunity here for the Gladiators if they can capitalize on the other end of the floor.
It is second chance, or should I say second bite. The Cherry misses that one. Ben Thomas is fuming. DeBose goes downhill, great body alignment there for Rideau to take on the chest. Onwas, big 3, big triple, here we go. We got ourselves a ball game.
It's a big shot there from Prince Onwas. He stepped into that. He only had one thing on his mind, and that was the bottom of the net.
Jaguar one-on-one here with Ali Hodzic. Surely you go for it. E.J. Stevens had too much room, and he's lost the ball now. Gladiators pushing forward, skipped across, Whelan. They're going to slow things down here, Gladiators. They need to get a good look at the basket to close this gap. DeBose. Ali Hodzic at the free throw line, and there's a steal. LaQuincy Rideau, Mr. Thievery, driving, layup, finish, good to go. Check your pockets, LaQuincy.
Unbelievable. And could that be the game-winning play there? Pressure was mounting against the Phoenix, but LaQuincy Rideau.
Oh, big time triple for DeBose. goals. What a way to reply to that one. 4-point ball game, 81-85. That's the score. You're tuning into the best game of the night right now.
The Gladiators are coming. If you're gonna peak right at the end.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Here's Rideau. Across now, Maceo Jack for 3. He's missed that one. Ali Hodzic with another rebound to his name. And that is a double-double confirmed. 14 points, 11 rebounds for Ali Hodzic. Lucas Poliza, he's inside. Stolen away again now. Maceo Jack 2v2 with Aaron Ryan. Maceo Jack floats that one in for 2. The foul is called. Basket good. Whelan will be called for that one, and Cheshire Phoenix respond.
Huge play, and there's very few players in the British Basketball League that will be better in the open floor than Maceo Jack. You see him, ability to be able to jump over the defender there, take the contact. A soft foul though. If you're gonna foul, you have to foul early, prevent that and one.
81-87. That's the score for you right now. 6-point game. Let's see if we can find out what's happening over in the Pennines, or should I say in Lancashire at Manchester. The Manchester Giants, they're currently, at this moment in time, 73-74, 6:46 on the clock. Plymouth up by 1. It's a close finish there for them. Gareth Murray now talking it over. What do you think he's saying, Ro?
Well, this is where Gareth Murray is excellent. His creation of offense, we saw him create that offense that won them the British Basketball League trophy last year. That shot at the buzzer. Could we see the same level of drama here today? It's going to take a few more plays from the Caledonia Gladiators to make that a possibility, but it's a never-say-die attitude at the moment. They haven't given up on the cause.
21-20 is the quarter score here for the Gladiators. They've got 1 minute and 18 seconds on the clock, which is plenty of time to get the stops that you need and the opportunities on the opposite side of the floor. Let's see how this goes. Lines up alongside Omasa Poliza. Maceo Jack now with a chance to complete this 3-point play. Take it to a 7-point game. And that's an important free throw there. Means that Caledonia are more likely to have to make 3 offensive plays here, 3 stops, as DeBose drives inside, side of the rim, gets his own rebound. Poliza, catch and shoot for 3, bounces off the rim again. Shagwar with the rebound, he holds on tight, floats it over the top to Aaron Rye. Princeton Onwas is going to apply the pressure here. Aaron Rye spins away from the double team. He's got room. Can he see across to Maceo Jack? LaQuincy Rideau behind the back and driving. The foul is eventually called, no basket. The whistle was blown late.
You see Coach Murray in the background there, just incensed with his team not fouling earlier. It's one of those situations where you've got to foul early or just play defense. That time they let a lot of seconds go off the clock.
Rideau is back on the line. We're talking about player of the game, Anthony Rowe. Let us know in the comments, though, if you're watching live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel, or you can share it with us on social media at British Basket M on X and at British Basketball League across other platforms. Let us know who your game MVP is. And Rowe, who are you going for right now?
Man on the line, LaQuincy Rideau. He's been excellent. 14 points, 9 rebounds. Excuse me, 9 assists even.
Oh, let's hope he gets that double-double. That's what we want to see. Ali Hodzic inside, no basket. Offensive foul is called. And there, Maceo Jack sharing his enthusiasm with Shagwar. There's LaQuincy Rideau, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists. And listen, he's got 4 steals and a block. He's got his quota for the night. Defensive nightmare.
Yeah, and one of those steals for me was play of the game. That was a game-defining play, which if Caledonia score on that play, it makes it a one-shot game.
Can we say LaQuincy Rideau settling into life in the British Basketball League very well, and here he is as he goes past DeBose, who's worried about calling for the foul, skipped across, he's looking for that double-double. Shagwar Stevens run the clock down. And it doesn't look like Caledonia will foul here as Rye tries to find the next pass. And it's just thrown out of bounds to Rideau. And they're quite happy to have let the clock run down a bit here. 14.6. And they'll let Caledonia take a shot at them. I don't want them to score for points difference. And there's another steal for Rideau, and the foul is called against Ale Hodzic. And I don't believe it's team foul trouble. Or in fact, a technical foul has been given to Farah Ale Hodzic here. So there will be free throws. And listen, LaQuincy Rideau will be happy with his free throw percentage tonight. He's got 8%, Anthony Rowe.
Wow. It was only ever going to go one way. Surely it couldn't go any lower. But LaQuincy Rideau, and that's the, he's just been that guy. You see Farah Hodges there frustrated and picks up the technical. It's only because he's had a player like LaQuincy Rideau trying to steal the ball every time he puts it on the floor, and you see the frustrations mount over there. You just see Gareth Murray now not happy with the call.
Right, so what we're going to have is the technical free throw first. And so you can nominate any player to do that. They put Maceo Jack on the line. Even though LaQuincy's got 80% tonight, they still don't trust him to take those open opportunity free throws. And Maceo Jack almost missed that one. He gets it to go. As Farah Ale Hodzic is on the bench. He'll be frustrated. And now LaQuincy Rideau, what a night for him. These 2 points, if he can get them, will take him to 16 in total to go alongside now 5 steals. And he was that 1 assist away from getting a double-double. Oh, and he misses that one. So 15 points LaQuincy Rideau will finish on. DeBose will play right to the end of this game off the Gladiators. The basket will count, but it doesn't matter because the Cheshire Phoenix take victory over the Caledonia Gladiators on their first meeting of the season. Anthony Rowe, what a ball game and what a finish to that.
Excellent, and I felt Cheshire Phoenix did a really good job of maintaining composure. Things got increasingly more stressful for them down the stretch, but it's the Ben Thomas who found the right 5 as well. When you've got a deep team like Cheshire Phoenix, sometimes it's a puzzle trying to find the right 5 to get the job done. And Cheshire Phoenix have had contributions across the board, but more importantly, they've had big plays. LaQuincy Rideau, a guy who was consistent throughout the course of this game.
Listen, we've got to also have some praise to their bench. They had 34 bench points. E.J. Stevens contributing 13. Cam Christian with 12 points, 5 rebounds as well. David Ulf, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. They really did a good job today.
They did, and their depth was just greater quality than the Caledonia. And Ben Thomas knew that before the game. That was one of his areas that he wanted to exploit. He wanted to match their bench and beat them for the Caledonia second unit.
Well, there's the Cheshire Knicks fans, the Knicks Nation. They've been travelling all the way to Scotland to support their team in this one. And there is MVP LaQuincy Rideau. Well, yeah, we'd be hunting him down. He can't go anywhere. He's happy. He's just been told he's MVP. He's got the headphones. He can hear me now. You was about to walk out the gym, LaQuincy. We were about to have your MVP chat, dude. Can you hear us now, LaQuincy? Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, you was about to leave the gym, sir. You got MVP about to go get a shower.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to get up out of here, man. It's cold in Scotland, man.
Welcome to British basketball, my friend. Listen, LaQuincy, once again, you're putting up numbers across the stat sheet. 15 points, 9 assists, 1 assist away from a double-double, but also another 5 steals, my friend.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, getting steals is like I wouldn't say that's what I'm focused on. I really focus on winning. I just have a knack for getting steals, to be honest.
And let's talk a little bit about your vision, because, you know, you're putting up numbers in the assist column. You're leading the league in assists. You really have started to understand how your teammates play and also adjust to driving in the paint and making that next pass.
Oh, yeah. So with that, like I said in the interview earlier in the season, I like getting passes more than scoring. But, you know, I like making everybody happy as well while playing. So that's like my main focus, making everybody happy. Because when everybody touching the ball, we all go together. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Rose with me. He's got a question for you. Shoot, Ant.
Quincy, great game again, and
Yes, sir,
just to
thank you.
touch on that point as well, you travel all the way up to Scotland there. There's not one guy that stands out, but it was you. You were orchestrating the offense. How important is it for players to play well both ends of the floor, offense and defense?
It's very important. You know, I wouldn't label myself as a pass first point guard. I feel like I'm a two-way guy, and like that's what helped my team. I'm doing whatever it takes to help my team win. You know.
Well, very last question. What have you learned about Caledonia today going into Sunday's game?
They're big. They're a big team. They're a big team, and they like to get the ball inside and pass it out and try to get open threes by that. But we're just gonna focus on stopping that pick and roll for next game on Sunday. So we'll be ready for that.
Well, great work, LaQuincy. Another MVP in your pocket. Have a good night, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Right, let's take a look at some of the full-time stats from this one, Anthony Rowe. What can we see on the board in front of us?
Well, again, surprisingly, Caledonia shot the ball well from the three-point line, 48%, really healthy, but they just didn't shoot the ball enough from the perimeter. They really struggled on the more higher percentage shots in and around the rim. Phoenix caused havoc for the Caledonia Gladiators in their offense. They looked tired at times as well, which I think played into the to the Phoenix favor.
Steals, 13, turnovers, 17, 18 points off turnovers for the Cheshire Phoenix. Defense was incredible tonight.
It was, and it was the player of the game that led the way. I think LaQuincy Radu really did set the tone there, and his teammates followed suit.
Right, I'm going to leave with head coach Ben Thomas. And he has got a smile on his face, and rightly so, because you spoke about identity before the game, and that identity withheld the attack from the Caledonia Gladiators. You know, you had 13 steals, you forced them to have 17 turnovers, 18 points from turnovers in the end, and although the shot didn't fall from the three-point line in the first quarter, you stuck to your plan.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I think that's the reason why I've been so successful so far this season. You know, we looked after the ball really, really well. We only had 7 turnovers compared to their 17. And look, it's probably not the exact way we wanted to win. I think we got dominated on the boards, but, you know, it's a great win. Now we just got to focus on Sunday, getting 2 wins over this team.
I want to quickly talk about E.J. Stevens. I know LaQuincy was the MVP tonight, but E.J. Stevens, you know, at the beginning of the season, it was a little uncertain for him. He was trying to find his feet, but he's responded to the criticism well, and tonight, he was big off the bench.
Yeah, look, EJ's a really skillful player. You know, he was a double-digit scorer in one of the biggest conferences in college basketball. Obviously, having a year out through injury probably knocked his confidence and his flow a little bit. But we see it in practice every day. EJ's biggest problem is he's a bit too nice sometimes. He looks for other people. If he's a little bit more selfish at times, that's what we're going to get from him.
Coach Ben, at row here, you said it pre-game as well, you wanted to take advantage of the second string or the bench of the Caledonia. You know, your team outperformed their bench points 34 points to 19. You know, how is it for you as well? It's that you've got to find the units to play, right? The right 5. You found the right 5 to finish the game. How are you coming to terms with that?
Just trusting the guys, you know, and them having trust in me, knowing that what we're running at certain times, the players that we've got out on the court can do the job. I think the second quarter was key. I think it was 29-13, and, you know, we dominated the game from there on in.
Well, fantastic win. You prepare for Caledonia on Sunday. Now, we spoke to LaQuincy. His idea was on the scout is they get the ball inside and they look for outside shot threes. We've got to stop the pick and roll. Would you agree?
Yeah, look, we know exactly how they want to play. I think that's, you know, probably Gareth's strongest suit, and he's got his team playing a certain way, but, you know, for us, we know how they're going to want to play, so we know how we want to stop them as well. So, you know, it works in our favour. So, look, we'll get on the film tomorrow, go through a few things that we made mistakes on, and be ready for Sunday.
Congratulations, Ben. We'll speak to you soon.
Thanks, dear. Thanks, Ant.
Right then, story of the half, Anthony Rowe. The Caledonia Gladiators, they didn't want to lose this game, and they fought all the way through.
They did. There was a late push as well, wasn't there, in the fourth quarter, and you felt like the Caledonia Gladiators had a chance, but it was plays, like we saw a lot of these plays, you know, the momentum killers, the ones that stopped the other team getting back in the game, and that's what the Cheshire Phoenix did a really good job of. And look at this, Skylar White now showing us his array of moves to find a lane to the basket.
Now that's called an old man move, Anthony Rowe, because it doesn't matter how fast you do it, you still can pull it off. Aaron Wright, he was quiet tonight, still got 10 points personal. he got the job done. Patrick Whelan tried as he made. He knocked down a couple of threes this evening, but was far from effective for the Gladiators.
Yeah, the Gladiators were able to hit threes. They hit 12 today, but it just wasn't enough. And, you know, they got a little bit of production there from Clifton Moore and Ala Hodgetts inside, but, you know, EJ Stevens and Kristen there from outside.
Aaron Wright getting it done also down in the stretch of the game. Princeton Onwas getting up a little token triple. Ale Hodgetts stolen away. 5 steals on the night. LaQuincy Rideau, what a phenomenal player. And, you know, what a superstar forming for this team. DeBose, he was good tonight as well. 21 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds for DeBose. But it was all over at the end of it all. We're now with head coach of the Caledonia Gladiators, Gareth Murray. A tough loss. How do you reflect on that one?
Yeah, they shot the ball well in that second quarter, gave them a good lead. We had 17 turnovers. We also only shot 12 free throws. I'll tell you, the scouting report, every game we've lost, we've only shot less than 15 free throws. We averaged 25, 27 attempts a game. So everyone we've lost, we've not got to the free throw line. So that says we're not being aggressive enough defensively. They scored when they wanted to. They made big plays when they needed to. They hit some big shots. EJ Stevens step back jumper. Jack hit a timely shot. They got to the free throw line when they needed to. So for us, it's about refocusing now. We play them again Sunday, so we've got to make some adjustments.
Well, defensively, I just want to speak about that briefly. They're very disruptive, as you know. They love to get steals, pick pockets, take chances. But also, when you were pounding the ball inside, getting the ball inside to Ale Hodgetts, the help came across, or the on-ball defense was pretty good and making it really tough to get the ball out to open shooters as well.
Yeah, they did a good job. They stopped us, limited our shots inside. Like I said, if we're not scoring in the paint, if we're not getting free throws, we find it difficult to reach the 90-point mark, and it showed again tonight.
Coach Murray, Ant Rowe here, and you know you're the team that's played the least amount of games in the British Basketball League this year. You've had an incredibly heavy, hard schedule. Is there a part of you that's quite looking forward to just focusing on the British Basketball League now?
Yeah, for sure. We've not practiced in probably 2 months. You know, we've had shoot-arounds, we've had scouts. We play these guys again Sunday, though, so next week we'll get a couple of days before we play Thursday against Bristol again, and then Sunday. So it's been difficult with little amount of practices, but this is what we signed up for. I'm happy the European stuff we entered it, and it was excellent for us. But really, we've got 24 British Basketball League games to go, so we're not in a good position right now in terms of how we're playing, but I think we've got a long way to go.
Without a doubt, thank you very much for your thoughts tonight. Tough luck. See you at the next one. Gareth, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a look at the results and fixtures then on your screens. There you have it. Latest score, tied game. Could it be overtime for Manchester Giants, Plymouth City Patriots? Joel Osborne and Drew Lasker are live on the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to that one. Lions, of course, they were the first loss of the weekend. They lost 80-102. Caledonia Gladiators, they fall at home again. 3 losses on the bounce at home. 83-92 to the rampant Cheshire Phoenix. Surrey Scorchers tomorrow take on Newcastle Eagles at 5 o'clock. Leicester Riders will take on Manchester Giants at 8 o'clock. That should be a good one. And on Sunday, 3 o'clock, Sheffield Sharks vs Flyers, Plymouth City Patriots vs Surrey Scorchers at 4:30, and Cheshire Phoenix take on Caledonia once again at 6 o'clock UK time. Let's have a look very shortly at how this next match is going to unfold. It's a really, really close game. I believe we can tell you now the actual score is still 91-89 to the Manchester Giants. Listen, you're a Plymouth guy. It's got to be heartbreaking right now, Anthony Rowe.
It is, and especially because they had such a healthy lead, 20-2 at the beginning of the game to here. So it's always a bit demoralising when you leave such a substantial lead. Well, it's still not over, though. It could go either way.
Well, make sure you switch over now. Check over the British Basketball League YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much for incredible support. My name's Ty Hadjat. This is Anthony Rowe, and we'll see you next time.